Hey everyone, and welcome to Chef AJ Live. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and this is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. My guests today are the dynamic duo of Dr. Jim Loomis and Caryn Dugan, and they have an amazing product in the bundle together, and they will tell you all about it. Please welcome them to the show. Hi guys, how are you?
Hi. Good to see you, Chef AJ. I know that you're very tired because you are overly generous with your time. So thank you for including us in this.
Oh my God, I wouldn't be a bundle without you.
I'm going to be demoing, kind of like as we talk, Tim Kaufman's from Fat Man Rants. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves Tim. And his no chicken wing soup. I have started a pot of hot water. This was 4 cups of water. And then I added 4-ish carrots. I don't really like directions. Finely chopped, 3 ribs of celery, finely chopped, 1 small, large onion, finely chopped. And so that's going for about 10 minutes in our water. And then right here, I'm going to blend up 3 cups of unsweetened plant milk. I didn't have it if you were watching me measure, which I, as I said, rarely do. I only had 2, so I just topped it off with a little bit more water. I added 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and here is 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast. So you can see how simple this recipe is. And then Tim Kaufman likes it hot because he wants 3/4 cup of hot sauce in this. Tim, my friend, you are nuts. So no, I am not going to be doing that. I will just add until I think maybe that's going to be enough for my taste buds. And I think that's probably about 1/3 of a cup. I'm going to stop there. Can always add more. It's really tough to take it out. So I always tell people when you're adding any kind of liquid, be conservative because again, it's easy to just add more. So we're going to give this just a few more minutes to cook down, and then I'll blend all this up, add it, and then we'll let it do its magic. And then I'm going to add a secret, not so secret ingredient.
Caryn and I are working on a very exciting new project together. Again, in this whole theme of helping people develop culinary literacy, we are getting ready to, we've already filmed the first 8 episodes, and it's going to be launching in the next probably 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. It's called the Doc and Chef YouTube channel. And
cool.
The idea is we're marrying the science of nutrition and translating that nutrition science to your plate of food. So really trying to overcome, help people understand and overcome some of the mythology around plant-based eating. So the first 8 episodes are things like where to get your protein, and does soy really cause man boobs? And we have an episode on salt. We have an episode on fat and how you can use an air fryer to decrease the fat in your diet and why that's important. We have an episode on erectile dysfunction. We have an episode on foods that prevent cancer. What else, Caryn? There's a couple more.
I know. I'm thinking.
And I'll be back in St. Louis in about 4 more weeks, and we're going to shoot the next 8 episodes. And Chuck Carroll, who is the host of the Exam Room podcast and has a wide experience in radio and TV, is our producer, and so he's doing the post-production as we speak. So really excited about that so these are short 10-20 minute videos where I'll spend 5-10 minutes talking about the science behind protein and where it comes from and why we need it. And then Caryn takes over and translates that to your plate and demonstrates a recipe appropriate or apropos to the topic that we're talking about. And each episode will come with a 1-page scientific evidence-based blog reviewing the science behind what we've discussed, along with a copy of the recipe that's cooked on the show. So really looking forward to that. We've had a lot of interest. It's kind of a unique offering in this whole, there's a lot of great YouTube doctors out there. There's a lot of great YouTube chefs out there, but no one's really marrying the two together to help people understand not only the how, which is what Caryn is so good at, but the what and the why. So really excited about that project.
Well, that sounds fabulous.
It's been a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, and it's interesting because like when the 3 of us started getting together, I'd be like, oh hi, okay, well let's go fart around St. Louis and see what's going on. Let's go find a vegan restaurant, whatever. But no, now it's like, no, we've got to get to work. So
Right.
we've created this little entity, and Chuck and Jim come into town, and I've done some pre-production here, going to the grocery store and doing whatever.
Caryn,
and we just start shooting.
Your pot's boiling over there.
Well, that's what happens when you don't watch it, right?
When you try to cook and chew gum at the same time, right?
Tim, this is not in your instructions.
You guys are a hoot.
The only thing I'm really mad about is that Jim is not here to clean this up for me.
See how she treats me, Chef AJ? See
Oh
how
I will tell you, it smells delicious though. Oh my God. See,
yeah,
that would be an outtake for Doc and Chef.
Yeah, right.
We have some good ones. We have some good ones.
Right. But and the other nice thing about the Doc and Chef show is we have created kind of a live version of that. And so we are booked already to where we do this kind of a live in person. I give a little talk, and then we cook and talk and cook. And so we're booked this year so far at the Fairfax Veg Fest here in the DC area in April. We're going to be at the St. Louis Veg Fest, which is in September, August, September, I don't remember.
October.
In October, and we've got a couple other leads. So if anybody out there is looking for a kind of a fun, interactive, incredibly informative speakers for their events, hit us up. And that we have a Doc and Chef Instagram page already, and a Doc and Chef Facebook page. So even though there is some content on there, but if you sign up and follow that, you'll get notifications when the actual episodes are released, and you can hit us up there if you or Caryn's webpage. There's a whole section on the Center for Plant-Based Living's webpage. So
or you can just go to thedocandchef.com.
Yep. Yeah, or docandchef.com. That is correct. That is correct.
Okay, so this is just about ready. Should invite like a neighborhood dog in or something. But I'll tell you, it's nice and thick. It's delicious. I'm going to show it to you. But here's the thing. In Tim's recipe, he says that you can add some shredded jackfruit if you want, because this is no chicken wing soup, right? So what I did is I cracked open a couple of cans of jackfruit, rinsed it off really well, and then boiled it in vegetable broth for about 20 minutes or so. So it got nice and soft, took it off the heat, let it cool, gloved up, and then just massaged it with my hands, and it just shredded down. So you don't always have to take 2 forks and pull it apart. Just wait for it to cool, and it just really shreds very easily in your hands. Then what I did is I took poultry seasoning, because you want it to taste like chicken.
Chicken tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken. And so it was still kind of nice and wet from being steamed. And so that seasoning just really soaked into it. So then I set the oven at 300 and put my jackfruit out on parchment paper, and put it in the oven for about 45 minutes. So it dried out mostly, but not fully. So you have this, it really has shrunk up, and
like chicken.
It's like crunchy. It has that crunchy on the outside, and then underneath it's nice and soft.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, like, I was kind of eating on this before we started, and it's just, you would never know it's jackfruit. And so all I'm going to do is just take the heat way down, because, I've already made enough of a mess today. And God, of course it's on AJ's show too, right? Like the biggest audience.
Hey, this shows we're all human, right, Caryn? It shows we're all human, right?
Yeah, hire us. I'll mess up your floors.
Just be sure you pay the cleaning crew extra.
I think that we need like Swiffer as a underwriter.
Sponsor, right?
Sponsor. That's what I meant. Yeah, we need Swiffer to sponsor us. So if anybody knows Swiffer.
Mona says she missed what was made, so maybe tell her again.
Sure, no problem. Excuse me. I made Tim Kaufman's, who's Fat Man Rants, no chicken wing soup. It's delicious and it's super easy. Just don't do that.
Just you gotta let your pot boil over, right?
Rookie mistake.
Well, you guys are more fun than a bear. Well, I don't even want to say that. I don't like that all the expressions use animals, but why would a barrel of monkeys be fun anyway? But
I don't know. Maybe because they create because they create chaos wherever they are, which is kind of what we do when we're together. Especially Caryn when she's cooking.
You guys are just a dynamic duo.
What's amazing, Chef AJ, about her membership program, there is a growing kind of lifestyle medicine community of doctors in the St. Louis area, and we've now got doctors prescribing her membership in lieu of metformin for their patients. I mean, isn't that amazing? I mean, isn't that what healthcare really should be, right? We're prescribing culinary education as opposed to statin medications for your cholesterol or blood pressure medications or metformin for your sugars. I mean, that's what we're really trying to, why we feel, both of us, this is so fundamentally important, not only to educate the general public, but to educate other practitioners, because certainly the idea of prescribing cooking classes is not something I learned, was not part of my repertoire that I came out of med school, thinking about putting on a prescription pad.
Guys, this was great. I'll bring myself back on for just a moment to thank you guys so much for the bundle and for participating in the bundle. Get the bundle from Dr. Loomis and Caryn. The link is right below the show notes. Your contribution's fantastic. I can't wait for my free 2 months in your group so that I could heckle you even more.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, we kind of set ourselves up for hecklement, I think. Right?
Well, we'll just start introducing you, instead of the doctor and the chef, of the comedy duo.
Yeah, right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever fits.
Cooking and comedy stylings of Dr. Jim Loomis and Caryn Dugan.
Well, and you get to learn things too. So not only that, it's information. You laugh and you get healthier and you eat good food all at the same time. I mean, what more could you ask for, right?
Not
Dinner and a show.
That's right.
Great. Well, guys, thanks so much.
All right.
Thanks,
you
Chef
for having
AJ.
us.
I hope to see you guys again. And thanks all of you for watching another episode of Chef AJ Live. Please come